So you changed your name. You added another K to your name, like Kapil. You added another P, Pile. And that's now equal to a certain number. When your career is going to take off, everything is going to take off. Okay, let me show you what that's doing. Because I'm going to give you my own story. You wanted to get that bright new gemstone so your career can take off, fame and name can come in. I'll show you what that's also activating in your chart. So let's get started. So here, I'll go straight to the point. Let's say you are a Sagittarius ascendant. Okay? And let's say your name is supposed to equal to 6. You went to a numerologist and they say, bring your name to 6. You're going to have, and this is something so brilliantly explained by my teacher. I wish I could say their name, but apparently people have been giving this person flack, so I don't want to say their name. But they're my teacher. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Because I'm encountering these things a lot. Because once you learn about these things, then you pay attention to them. You're like, oh, okay, great. So let's say you're a Sagittarius ascendant. Okay. And you went to your numerologist and you said, let's just say they said, bring your name to number 1. Number 1 is Sun. So you can get power, recognition, achievements in your life. Okay. Now, is this person a numerologist or are they astronumerologist? There's a big difference. Why? Because they just studied numerology and they can be great at predicting things about you. But they changed your name and brought it to number 1. Now let's see what's happening. They brought it to number 1. Let me show you. Number 1 equals to Sun. So you're supposed to get power, prestige. Your Sun is in the 7th house. So by adding another K or by adding another I into your name, you brought it to number 1. Sun was in the 7th house. The minute this happens, first of all, the marriage and the ego issues in the marriage starts to go down. Humiliation happens within the marriage and business partnership and especially in society naturally. Or let's say you were a Sagittarius ascendant and then they are like, let's bring your name to Mercury because you want to do business. You want to do business? Okay, add another L to your name. Let's activate. Let's bring you to balancing part of number 5, which is Mercury. Okay. You brought it to number 5. And let's say your Mercury was actually, or here. Let's just, we give Mercury exaltated positions in the 10th house. What happens? Number 1, the moment you brought this name to number 6, first of all, fights in your career, work, business becomes active. Mother-in-law's health goes down. And if let's say Ketu was here, okay, or let's say Ketu was here, now you start to get issues connected with nervous system and anxiety. Panic attacks become activated. Rash skin issues become activated. Now, sure, it can take your career up, but other issues, remember, please, if you want to get anything out of this video, there's always going to be an exchange of energy whenever you do these things. You want to be careful when you're adding another P, adding another K, because if you're bringing your name to a certain planet, let's say, for example, I'll go for another example here. You're a Leo ascendant, right? And you wanted to go into, let's say, media and all of those things. And they're like, oh, why don't you just bring to, let's add another Q or let's add another T in your name so it comes to number 6. Okay. And let's say in your particular case, we can, fine, we'll just put Venus here. Okay. We'll put Venus in the 3rd house, but we'll also put Venus with Saturn and we'll put Mars here. Okay. Let's not even worry about other planets. So Venus is with Saturn, the 6th and 7th lord. Mars is trying from them. It can accelerate your media career, but you can also deal with stones and kidney issues. The other thing you will also see, health issues of the spouse becomes active. Because Mars is sitting in the 7th house in Aquarius. 7th Lord is with Saturn or 7th Lord Saturn is with Venus in the 3rd house. This will also create disputes within the marriage. You have a younger brother will create issues within the marriage, problems within the marriage. Suddenly will become active. A paternal uncle will start giving issues and problems within the marriage. So whenever you're changing these names, because also when you let's say add A, right? Raj. Now this double A, double P, double K, that activates Rahu. So now you have to deal with another problem, an issue. Now, in one way, if Rahu is greatly placed, yes, it'll activate something. But with this activation, it's going to bring duality. Good and bad, day and night, happy and sad. You have to deal with those two things. So what happens when I changed mine from simple RAJ to RAAJ? My sleep paralysis became active. Really took off with those double A. Because Rahu is active. And obviously with that other heavenly experience and weird experience, you can say, became active. Let's come back to our gemstones, right? So let's say, for example, somebody told you to wear a ascendant Lord gemstone. You're Taurus ascendant. Okay, this is Taurus. Because it's referring to number 2, the second zodiac sign. And let's say, for example, your Venus was here. Ascendant Lord gemstones. They made you wear a diamond. And of course, this only refers to the Indian concept of dealing with gemstones, where the gemstones has to touch your skin, whether it's in your fingers, your wrist, your forearm, whatever it is. Okay. And of course, you energize that thing with the mantra and ritual, so it does become active. You know, it's like iPhone. iPhone is like, this is a great paperweight for me. If there's no energy in this, there's no electricity in this, there's no, charging in this. Once you charge it, then it becomes an iPhone and you can connect with the world. But in this particular case, okay, when you are wearing it, what if, let's say, Rahu was here, Mars was here, okay, and let's say Jupiter was in the 3rd house. Okay, so Jupiter's site is on your Venus in the 9th house. Throughout till now, you were just fine. You were doing great, not necessarily great health issues or nothing. But hey, I got to strengthen my ascendant Lord Venus. By doing that, now you would see you activated this Venus, and now Venus has to deal with this Kartri Yoga. By doing this, now you're going to get health issues activated. Although it can activate luck on one end, but on the other hand, visit to doctors will become active. Why? Because 12th Lord of hospitals and doctors is right behind Venus, pushing towards it. Especially if it's not retrograde, which is also rare because Mars goes retrograde only every 2 years. Rahu is trying to come back towards Venus. And poor Venus, which was somehow balanced without the gemstone, somehow it wasn't doing much. Now you're saying that, okay, I have to activate this yoga because you activated this particular Venus. So when you go towards these things, okay, gemstones, name change, this and that, and I already gave you my example. Get ready for the exchange because it's a package deal. Comes with this contract. Every time you do any of these things, there is going to be some exchange. There's ways to neutralize this, but again, for me to show here, it won't really matter because every chart is going to be different. But one way or the other, if that planet, like for example, you wanted to, is there another chart behind this? Yes, there is. Virgo again, right? So let's say, for example, somebody told you to wear a, let me see of a scenario. Let's say this. We'll put Jupiter here. We'll put Moon here. Okay? You're going through Jupiter Dasha. Somebody said you should wear a Pakraj. So if you want to get married, go wear a Pakraj, do this. So Pakraj is now activating this and this. Jupiter is in the 8th, Moon is in the 3rd. You will see, wearing a Pakraj, mother's health will start to get affected. So on one end is doing something else. On the other hand, and especially let's say Mars is here. Now mother's looking for surgery as well. By you, even if you wear a pearl or yellow sapphire, okay, yellow sapphire, it's going to do that. And obviously, as you know, from the last 15 years, my stance has always been, I never go into these things of gemstones. I never recommend any of these things. Okay. Even if you notice, I tried this one band of, like you may have seen. I tried it because it was something else that I was trying to do. I got rid of it. Got rid of it. You want another example? Let's say somebody wanted to be an athlete. They somehow came across numerology and all that, and they wanted to see what's going on. And then the numerologist will say, let's bring your name to number 9 if you want to be a great athlete. Because number 9 is not only for Mars, athlete, but you were born on the 9th, or your life path is 9, right? In Hindi, I think it's like Molank and driver, whatever the vocabulary is. But I just know it as a destiny, a number, and birthday number. So they bring it to 9. But now let's say your Mars is in the 8th house. In Cancer, trine from Rahu. What happens when you bring it to 9? Diabetes becomes active. High blood pressure, low blood pressure becomes active. Heart issue can become active. Because Mars is pump. Okay. You activate, you bring your thing to number 9. Rahu's, let's say, conjunct Mars. You'll start to lose hair. Now, it can, sure, you may start doing well in being an athlete, but what's the trade-off? Do you really want that trade-off? Okay, so whenever you originally have something in your life, it's best to be that way. Now, unless when you were born and you have been born with nothing but health issues, always life is ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, and then we realize that, okay, your name equals to number 9, and your Mars is so badly placed in the 6th house. All right, let's change it. Looks like the best planet for you right now is Venus, so let's bring it to 6. So you take care of most of those problems, but again, however Venus is placed in your chart, you're going to make that exchange. You will always exchange from one set of problem to another, while one problem will solve into something balanced, something that will happen. But there's always going to be a trade-off. Always. So I know these things does work to a certain way and extent, but it's better, again, just like the eclipse remedies that everybody's doing. And I told yesterday in my short, don't do anything, live your life, go watch your Netflix, do your work, do your homework, let the eclipse come and go by. Many have come in, many will be coming in the future. There's nothing that special, and especially for your spiritual progress, you want to do these rituals on eclipse day, spiritual progress. Let me ask you something. Do you want that spiritual progress? Do you want to be able to pay your rent and mortgage the next month? Choose one. Because there's going to be an exchange. There's never just one-sided thing. There's always going to be an exchange. Spirituality will ask for something in return. And that's something you may not like, especially when we live in a society that deals with bills and mortgages and payments and a roof over your head. Okay, so this is something I wanted to make. And also, I've uploaded the Aquarius blank chart prediction on Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, which the link is in description. And all my consultations are at this link. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.